Well, 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 it's Fresh Cash Friday. We are back. We're live. All right, all right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's currently 3:20 in the morning here in Hawaii, and we are getting ready. We had NFP news today, non-farm payroll, making a big move up here. The numbers coming out at 8:30, getting this breakout. We've been in this range, right? We broke out of this range. So, I mean, do we get the momentum today? Would think that we probably get some type of pullback here, just kind of retrace somewhat would make sense, I guess, right? That makes sense. Right now, sitting there at that pivot point, 247 pivot point, holding us down for now. And, yeah. It's time to party, baby. Big dump day today, somebody said. I don't know. We'll see. No promises, no, just trade the action. We're just here to make some money. Oh, yeah. Right now, hitting that 20,247 pivot point there on the 15-minute chart. You got 8 minutes till the market opens. Eight minutes till the market opens. Is the dock workers strike over? Is that confirmed? Dock workers strike is looks like it's confirmed. Sick. Or at least the strike is paused until January 15th to negotiate the contract. Perfect. Well, let's see what happens here, boys. It's anybody's guess. Right now, pulling back here, 15-minute chart. Obviously, the middle of that 15-minute candle there, like 215 area, and then kind of the middle of this 15-minute candle, 140. So we'll see how the market reacts once we get some actual volume in here. We got obviously that little bit of a double top up there at the 258s for now. So maybe some trappy action to the downside before that pop up. We'll see. It says U.S. job economy adds far more jobs than anticipated in September. Ooh, far more. It's a holiday in China, China National Day. And we got no more news today. No more news. Just good times. Let the good times roll, baby. Ooh. Let the good times roll. Ooh, oh. Let the good times roll. Oh, oh. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Fresh Cash Friday. We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes, baby. It is time to go. Time to know, no. It is time to go. Ooh, 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 the hell is this shit? What the hell is this? All right. The anticipation's killing me, man. It's killing me. I'm ready for Fresh Cast Friday to start. Let's go. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go. So Ono 808 aloha. Good morning, good morning. If we get the gap fill, that would put us all the way back down here at the 1990s, yesterday's gap, where we closed at yesterday, down at the 19,090 area. About a 200-point move back down to fill the gap. So, am I bullish or am I bearish? Just kind of waiting to trade the setups that present themselves. Don't really have a bias. Bull flags, bear flags, baby. Bull flags, bear flags. Less than a minute. $20 seconds. Oh, good. Market's open. Fresh Friday. Holding up right now there at the 21 EMA. Looks like it's in trouble here. Pulling back here, 20,020s. That 200 level just wants to get taken out, I bet. The ES is moving down nicely. NASDAQ's kind of just holding up here for now, but see if we get that drop through the 200s there next. Like that. Got the VWAP down there, 117's got that pivot point there as well, 120s. Still heading lower through the 200s now. Just grinding on its way back down here. They're holding up here at the 200s for now. Ripping back up there now. Shorts get squeezed above that 20 level probably. Market showing some strength here to get back up there above that 21 EMA, that 20 level to break through. Will the bulls step in here? Get this back above this 20 level for a push up. He's holding right there at the 20s, trying to push up here. Up there right to the 40s now. Sitting right there at the 21 EMA. The ES dumping straight down, actually. NASDAQ's probably going to be in trouble here. Got to hold that 200 level. Right now, looking at the 2-minute chart, NASDAQ just chopping here in this range right now, open. Obviously, that big news this morning, market popping up here. Will it sustain this move? And just holding up there. They like that 200 level, so bulls stepped in there again, 200s. $15-minute bull flag here. We got the high from earlier up there at the 64s to get through. Just kind of holding on here. Need to get back above this. For the bulls, need to get back above this pivot point, obviously. And then after that, there's a pivot point to the upside, all the way in there up to the 20,300s. Just hanging on. Need that 15-minute range breakout, possibly. Now it's like if we get above that 240 area, we should break out to the upside here. So got wick, a lot of wicks there. These a couple wick. Try to get through all these wicks here through the 240s for the bulls if they're going to push. Watch that 240 area here. Getting tight, getting real tight here. 220s. The ES pushing back up right now. Both the ES and the NASDAQ is kind of stuck right here below a pivot point. They both got those pivot points right there, right exactly where we're at. So holding us down for now. Waiting to see what kind of move we get out of this area. We got the VWAP to the downside. We get the pullback possibly to the VWAP. It's kind of just like a wedge right now. It's kind of wedging right here. Which way is she going to go? Well, breaking to the downside, possibly. Oh, buddy. Still holding up there at the 200s. .15 chart is set now. We got the 15-minute range very tight. There's your 15-minute range now. We held the low again. And just chopping around, chopping around. Market just holding this range perfectly. We got to get this break out of this range. I'm just waiting. Come on. Just holding up here. Back up there again, 220s. Wow. NASDAQ just stuck here. They're trying to take out this low right now, but just cannot get going. Get down there to the 50s. They like that low, man. Fucking A. People saying I'm lagging. I don't know what's going on. Try to close up some stuff maybe. Welcome to Hawaii. The lag is real. Market trying to move down here. Can we go? Starting to break down the 15-minute range. We got that VWAP down there at the 36s to get to. There you go. Down to the 43s now. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Little 40-point move there. Getting the break through the 15-minute range. Taking that short there from the 90s down there to the 40s now. I'm not sure what's going on with the internet. I didn't change anything. All right, NASDAQ almost down there to the VWAP now. Will the VWAP be some buyers down here? Still straight down. Holy God. The move is real. We're going for a gap fill? Just going to fill the gap, boys. Market straight down here, back to the 100s. What a time to be alive. Look at that. Through the 15-minute range, now 100 points to the downside. You got to love it. You got to freaking love it. Nice little move down there out of the 15-minute range now from the 80s down there to the 20,000 80s. Let's go. The 15-minute range paying the bills today. Market pretty much all the way back down to where that news came out this morning. So the gaps love to get filled. No truer word has ever been spoken. Every little push getting sold into right now. NASDAQ is continuing to move down here. Will they bounce it kind of off this exactly where we broke out at when those numbers came out? We retraced this entire move now. The gap's all the way down to the 990s. 19,990s would be yesterday's close. A little bit of a pushback up here. Kind of expected that. back up towards this pivot point there. Let's see if we get another bear flag set up here. Patience, patience, patience. Getting stuck right there at that pivot point for now. Jonathan got the 100K funded account in just 2 days using the 15-minute strategy. Wow, Jonathan, let's go, buddy. The man, the myth, the legend, Jonathan Dawkins. Bringing that hot fire. Kind of just holding on right here at this 100 level. Possibly a push back up here towards that, right, to hit that VWAP. They love to touch that VWAP. The ES back above the VWAP. So the ES is actually back above the VWAP right now, trying to get back above the VWAP. NASDAQ is just hanging out here right below this level. Whew, buddy. Got that gap fill. It puts us all the way back down there into the 990s. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Took that short right there. Beautiful little short. Took the short from the 80s now down there to the 40s. Lock in my profit on the way down here. You see that little break right there? Breaking our trend line. Broke our trend line right there, didn't it? Who would have thought? Pivot point down there, the 86s and that gap fill. Cap fill. Dawson Parker making $600. Getting so close. Getting so close. You got the overnight low down there. You got the gap fill. Got that pivot point. Got everything down there. Man. No reason to be long here this morning, that's for sure. Once he broke that 15-minute range to the downside. Just a little recap here. You can see the 15-minute range playing out beautifully right there. Who got that? 15-minute range move from the 180s down there. It was over 180 points to the downside there. Who did that? Who did that? Very simple strategy that we use in the Patrick Wieland concepts. Very simple strategy. Can I go over the 15-minute strategy? I could, but there's a course that goes over all of it so perfectly. So I don't want to, I don't want to waste my breath. I don't want to waste my breath. Dude, what is going on with YouTube today? People said the ads are bad. It's all just bad. I don't even pick the ads. I don't know what YouTube's doing. Turning the ads off. Relax. Can you pay to get rid of those ads? Yeah, get YouTube Premium. YouTube Premium, no ads. It's great. Market's showing a little bit of a possible kind of reversal, not reversal, but like a little bit of a push momentum back up here a little bit. So be careful. Let's see what happens. We'll push back up there into that 80 level. If you're up on the day, hit the like button. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. John Vargas, pass an Apex account. Let's go. Market back up into the 80s. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not me. No, definitely not me. No way. No, no, no way. Definitely did not. Nope, never. And market back into the 90s now. Yes, Apex's 1 day pass. Use the code PW. Oh my lord, look at this push. Right back to the VWAP. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Right back to the VWAP, baby. See what happens if we get back above that VWAP next. Or if it's possible to get back above the VWAP here. Just being patient. Market's moving. We're waiting, looking for opportunities. A little bit of a bull flag kind of set up here. If they kind of hold this 90 area on a 2-minute chart, basically just don't want to lose kind of this area. If we start losing this, then we could be in trouble and start breaking back to the downside. Kind of like white. Let's see what happens with this candle. Basically needs to hold kind of this like breakout candle low there, 68s. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, possible, yeah. I like it, not a bad idea. We lose this 80, 70 area, we should start moving down, and we got that gap fill all the way down there to the 20,000s. All the way down there to the 20,000s flat. $15-minute chart looking very poo-poo right now. Big old wick there. ES is moving down. NASDAQ's looking weak. That low on that candle right there, 12. Take out that 12s there next. ES is about to make a new low on the day. Should take the NASDAQ down through this as well, with the ES taking out the low of day. NASDAQ low of day next. Do. Get through that 40 area, we should take out the lows there next. So right now, just sitting down here, holding up there, 240s, 280s. She wants to go downtown. That's where the fun is when it's downtown. NASDAQ testing that 50 area once again, 40, 50. Get through there. It's a waterfall down to fill the gap. Can she get it? Testing, 1, 2. 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Patrick Wieland is number 1. Patrick Wieland is number 1. Patrick Wieland is number 1. Oh, Lord. I'm a funny motherfucker. Took that short right there, holding this down. 58, 70s, getting my fill down there, loving it. We like it. We want some more of it. Happy with that. The short's getting paid. Shorts are getting paid. You don't say when you enter. I said if it breaks below the low of this candle, it's going to go down. So you have this candle push back up. It hits the pivot point. If it breaks the low of this candle, 66s, there's a very good chance that it moves down to the lows. But yes, I did not tell you to buy and sell. But I said clearly, if it breaks below there, you know. We also talked about the 15-minute range this morning, right? There's your opening 15-minute range. This is a very textbook setup. This is a textbook setup that we trade from the course the 15-minute opening range, the breakdown there. You can see now the market down about 200 points to the downside. And yeah. But yeah, I could have came to your house and pressed the button for you, I guess. I guess, hey, if that's what's really needed. When it breaks a range, do I enter when it breaks or do you wait for it to retest? Depends on the setup, really. Moving in waves. Wasn't a believer of the 15-minute range. Called it the 15-minute rob time. Well, it works. The same people in the chat asking questions about stuff like the 15-minute range are the same people that are losing money every day, resetting and blowing up, and they don't want to pay $200. They don't want to pay $200, so they're like, no, I'm not buying this course, Patrick. I will continue to reset until I got no money left. All right. Market trying to get down there, make that new low. Let's do it, NASDAQ. Can you do it? Do you want some more of it? I tried so hard. I can't rise above it. Don't know what I'm doing with my blue love. Do. Bro, what? What the fuck's an underpass? Market holding up down there at the lows for now. Currently flat, by the way. Show you guys my little setup here today. I can't believe, I mean, this is the most frustrating thing of the day for me, is the fact that my first short of the day was up at the 244s. Made $1,200 there in 20 accounts. This is all the fast track trading, instant funding accounts. They have right now, they actually accept credit cards as well. You just don't get the discount. But if you do the wire transfer or the ACH, it's 50% off if PW code. There's a link there in the chat if you want to check them out. But I've been trading with these guys now for a couple weeks, just checking them out. This platform's absolutely terrible. I hate this platform. This is the Motive Wave platform. But you can see this morning selling there at the 244s before market open. Oh, Lord. I had a pretty good feeling that we were going to pull back there today and refill some of that gap. But it's hard to get greedy sometimes, man. It's hard to be greedy. So, yeah, the PW code won't work on the credit card. That would have... One day One day. It's just, it's a battle. It's one of those things where you have to just remind yourself. It's like, look, Patrick, what do we know? What do we know? We know that gaps love to get filled, right? This is a very, very normal thing for us, right? The gaps love to get filled. Market opens up. Guess what? Where are we at? Market opens up. We got a huge gap to the downside. What are the probabilities that we pull back and fill that gap? It's about a 70% chance that we fill that gap. So a very high chance. So once that market starts showing us momentum, showing us that the move is heading lower, well, then we should be able to, capitalize off of those gap fills. And yeah, it's funny to sit here and like look at my P&L and be like, man, I coulda, shoulda, woulda. It's always the coulda, the shoulda, the woulda. But yeah, definitely could have been a little bit better about a few things. Maybe holding winners a little longer today. But one thing that I do know is taking profit never hurt nobody. Nothing wrong with making some money, taking some profit. So you can see that gap fill, how beautifully, the market opens up. We got the 15-minute range and rip right down there to basically kind of get to that level. And then we still have, like, if we got all the way down to the close. But this was right there. Close is right there. That was a little after hours move. Is what it is. Maybe now it's just again, just trying to put that in your brain. Wire that into your brain. You're like, hey, 15-minute range. There's a gap fill. There's a setup. It's all perfect. Got to be a believer. Got to be a believer, man. Yeah, if you turn after hours off, you can also do it in the settings as well. If you go on TradingView settings, and then where is it? It's somewhere in here. Yeah, previous day close. If you go in the chart settings and you put previous day close, it'll come up and you'll have it on your chart and you'll be able to see exactly where that gap is. And you'll get rich just like me. Hey, wouldn't that be fun? You can be rich. Also, that 21 EMA acting as resistance right there with that pivot point there at the 120s earlier. Got this double bottom set up, but still have not filled that gap. The ES made a new low. NASDAQ has not made a new low. Got wick, so kind of like if we get through this 30 area, then we kind of roll off and move down there to take out that low, I would say. Kind of like equal lows right now. Maybe a little, like right there. Yeah, pivot points acting as resistance there today. Beautifully, 2 pivots acting as resistance on that move down. So that's nice. Warren making money in his Apex accounts and in his cash account. Let's go. 15-minute range. If you're sitting on the fence right now, you're like, I don't know if I want to learn how to trade. Well, don't buy the course for $199. Whatever you do, just don't waste your money. Because you just keep on losing, baby. Keep on losing. It's better to keep losing than to ever start winning. Because once you start winning, it's rough. Life gets a lot harder, man. Life just gets a lot more difficult once you start winning. You're like, fuck. Now I'm a winner. not a loser anymore. It's hard. More money, more problems. Amen, brother. Amen. Both the ES, the NASDAQ, will they take out this low here? ES looking very weak. NASDAQ trying to go. Now that 40 area. Ooh. Ooh. Sold about 2,000 so far, so people are definitely buying them. Up to the 21 EMA again here. Tanya getting chopped up, trading that ICT theories. Clearly, she needs the course. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But maybe. Maybe. NASDAQ right back up. So good thing we did not get short there. No reason to get short until we broke below the low, kind of those candles, like I said, that 30 area. So one thing about trading momentum, right? When you're trading momentum, you look at these bottom of these candles, you can see wick, wick, wick. What does that tell you? Well, there's no reason to get short, you know, right here, because you know it's already bounce, bounce, bounce. So it's like you really want to see that candle break those wicks and then look for a short opportunity. You know, just because you're like, oh, it's going to sell. Okay, let me get shorts. And then what happens? You get squeezed out. So don't play with fire. Don't play with fire. Don't play with fire, boy, because you're going to get burnt. All right, up there to the 21 EMA again. We have not had a close above this 21 EMA all morning. So will the market start to show some strength here? Buyers. Buyers, buyers. Any buyers want to play? How much are you up on the day? 20 times 15, 20 times 1,200 times 600 times 500. I don't even know, a lot. Like 30,000, I guess. $30,000 on a Friday. NASDAQ sitting here right at the 21 EMA. Will we start to get some momentum back to the upside? I think it can. I think it can. Back above that 21 EMA for the first time. Pushing. Jack George. He's green. He's going to leave. He's going to get stoned. Play PlayStation. Good trading. Let's go. This guy living the dream. Living the dream. Does the consistency rule mess with your larger win days / payouts? No, because I'm consistently making consistent profits. You know what I mean? I'm consistently making $1,000, $2,000. So it's good. Good for business. Is there a discount for the course? No. There's no discount. Sorry. If you suck, you suck. It's $200. You can see in my Apex accounts here, locking in profit. We got, what was that, 600, 500. I was actually in the red for a minute on these accounts and then brought it right back into the green and gonna be done. I'm already very much right there at a payout anyway. I've pretty much been doing like $1,500 to $2,000 every day building these accounts up, and right now all I need to do is just kind of trade consistently with the same sizing, I think, and then I'll be good. And I don't really need to push it, you know, at this point. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Did Iman Trading rate the course yet? I don't know. He did a whole thing on fucking Twitter saying that that I was using AI, which who the fuck care? Like, literally, who cares? I wasn't using AI for the videos. I used AI for, well, I didn't even use the AI, but the guys who built the website used AI to write their descriptions for each video. Yeah, I don't know. The whole AI thing was kind of like, he wrote this whole thing on Twitter about how I was using AI for my fucking description on the course videos, which, like I said, I didn't actually do it. It was the company that built the website. I thought it was good to have more information. I don't know. It was free. You know, it was free. You know, it's free content basically. Yeah, he wrote this whole thing about how Patrick Wieland, I'm reviewing your course. After about 5 minutes into your course, before my AI radar went off, I've heard you speak. You do not write like this. At minimum, you paid someone else to create the course. If that's the case, I'm letting you know this person made ChatGPT do all of it. And I said, well, you're not wrong. I did pay someone to create the website, descriptions, and everything. The videos are not AI, so I don't know. But that's all he had. I was like, well, at least watch the videos and like tell me if you think the videos have any value. But I mean, he was like trying to like basically destroy my whole $200 course over the fact that I use the AI to write descriptions. I don't know. I don't know, man. I thought this was funny. This guy basically saying that Iman was wasting all that time to give me shit over a $200 course. But hey, whatever. Are you worried he might just give everything away for free from the course? I mean, everything in the course is not like secret stuff, you know? It's not like, it's not secret stuff. The whole point of the course was basically to put, you know, all of the information that I think is relative for traders, putting it all into a very streamlined, you know, a way to follow. Like you basically, you buy the course, you start at the first videos, and then you just work your way through it. You know, that's kind of like, I thought that was the value that you're paying for. You're paying $200 to get the value of having everything all put in front of you, everything, you know, everything delivered. It's a product, right? You're buying a product. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play, I guess. My favorite is what people say, like I had yesterday. People were like, Patrick, I just can't believe you're selling a course. I thought you're already rich. I'm like, I'm not rich enough, okay? I want to get richer. It's $200, people. This is the course, basically how it goes. This is what Iman was giving me shit about. He was giving me shit because of this copy right here that was written by AI, which, like I said, I don't really know. Does it matter? I mean, these are just like AI breakdowns of like whatever the topic of the video is. I don't think it really fucking matters at all, but whatever, you know. Do people actually read this? I don't know. I mean, but all the videos are all real videos. They're not AI videos, so whatever. But yeah, it basically goes through. What do we got? 10 chapters. There's about 6 hours of video to go through. I try to keep it simple, keep it sweet. Talking about managing trades, you know, taking profit, real trades, breaking down all this stuff for you guys. We got the momentum trading, talking about the bull flags. A lot of people really just do not understand the idea of bull flags, gap fills, and all that stuff. So this is all stuff that we talk about in the course. It's all live. It's all real. And it's $200. So it's all there. It's all there, baby. Right there. Understanding gap fills. Ooh, how to use the gap fills. $200. Making money. 15-minute range. It's all broken down in the course for $200. All right. There is, you know, the descriptions are written with AI. If you would like, just don't read the descriptions, whatever you do, because they're AI. But other than that, there it is. But again, it's just the description of the videos. Like the videos themselves are not AI. They're me, you know, they're me talking. Ugh. All right, so like we said earlier, no reason to get short down here at the lows because there's a possibility of kind of push it back up here, which exactly happened. That's now back up there to that pivot point, 120. So market making moves. Yeah, I mean it's Friday. We're heading into the weekend. It's a good time if you're, you know, if you're struggling trading, spend a little bit of time. Spend a little bit of time this weekend. $200 for the course. That's about the cost of a reset. So you can keep spending money on resetting, or you can spend money on how to actually get to profit. Shelly D'Souza, the course is great. Took a lot of stress out of me and simplified it. Well, I like to see it. So, Patrick, are you really that consistent? No, I'm terrible. I make no money. I have my up days, my green days, my red days. I post videos on YouTube showing those red days, talking about the stuff I'm going through. It's not always easy. It's not always just green, green, green. What is that? 2 weeks ago or last week? Oh yeah, last week was tricky. You know, I'm a momentum trader, so I trade momentum. So if the market's not moving, if the market's chopping and it's not giving us, momentum, then it becomes very difficult. And I need to, personally be able to stop myself. I need to be able to ask myself, like, hey, Patrick, is this a good setup? Is this a setup? Is there momentum? Is the market chopping? I mean, that's probably, my biggest kryptonite at the end of the day. It's not the fact of the strategy. It's not the fact of the, the trading. It's just the fact of like being able to be like, no, stop, don't trade, wait, patience. The 15-minute range this morning, perfect example of that. You know what? We went for the first 20 minutes, basically just went absolutely sideways. The problem is if you take a trade inside this area, you get chopped up, you go on tilt, the move happens, and then you miss out on the whole thing. So, trying to force yourself to have a plan, to be like, okay, look, I'm waiting for this 15-minute range break. If this 15-minute range breaks, then I'm looking for a trade. And when that happens, bang, I can look for my setup. I like this type of setup as well. We got the 21 EMA kind of holding us down. We had a little bit of a bear flag type of like kind of, getting tight, and then that dropped through. And then right here, again, another little like mini bear flag for that 15-minute range break to the downside from the 180s all the way down there to the 20,000s. 20,000. That's about 150 point, 160 point move to the downside. And I mean, you really, there was no stress on that trade. You basically take the short out of the break, and then it's, really not much stress on that trade. You got down to here, took some profit maybe at the pivot point, sure, and then, I don't know. Can I please show the pivot points? Yeah, sure. It's pivot points standard. Pivots, that's my settings on the pivot points. What do you do after a green week? Oof. I think that's where it really just comes down to the mental ability to remember that, every green day, there's statistically there's a red day coming. If you have 10 green days in a row, the chance of having that red day just gets higher and higher. So you got to just be okay with that. It's hard. I really do. It's when you get on those winning streaks, it sucks because you end up kind of trading differently. Keeps peeking out. Oh God, I don't know, man. These fucking microphones and just shit. Mic. Check. Can you please show how you find the gap? I would show you, but it's $1.99. Sign up today. I also just showed it earlier as well. No, the problem is, I think what happened, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Think about it. When you're green and you start like having those green days, and you're like, all you start thinking about is like, man, I'm gonna, like, what happens when I lose? Like, you start thinking about losing. So then you start taking smaller profits. You start getting out early. You start doing all these things that basically, force you into having a red day. So I think it's kind of it's a mental battle. trading is 100% just one big mental battle. It has nothing to do with strategy, honestly. Like, as funny as it sounds, I don't think the day trading really, at the end of the day, people that lose, people that win, has nothing to do with their strategy. Well, maybe a few people, but in general, your big focus has to really be how to manage those emotions, manage the FOMO. Another little breakout here. We have the pivot point going up through the pivot point now. All right. Little double bottom down there. Also, like I said, if you want to put the gap on the chart, just go on TradingView, type, right click or whatever, and then go to scales and lines, and you can put the previous day close right there. So, and it'll show you exactly where we closed the day before, and that'll give you the gap. And if you really want to get crazy, you put it on regular trading hours, and well, you'll see that whole big old gap right there. So, hey, Patrick, did you get a payout from Fast Track? I have not gotten a payout yet, just because I just signed up last week, basically, and just been starting out with them. So, got a few more, probably the end of next week, hopefully, get to that payout. And again, kind of going back to the 21 EMA here. 21 EMA acting as support, getting that push up. We had the breakout here. This is the Lux Algo free indicator as well, if you want to check it out. It's not a signal indicator, but what it does is kind of puts these trend lines on the chart, puts the EMA on there, and kind of gets that all, shows you the 15-minute opening range as well. What's interesting is, we could kind of push back up 15-minute open range right there. 180 area, 175 area now, pushing back up here. So we pretty much pulled all the way back down there, right to where that big move this morning started at after the news. Well, we actually, I guess, kind of broke through it, but now right back up here now. Do you ever scale your trades based on probability? 100%. Yeah, there's definitely setups where I'm like, oh, look at this setup. It's, there are setups where you're like, oh, this is too good, right? You can really go in big, but yeah, I think it's the good to be able to manage the trades based on the risk. If you know that the market's being very volatile and we're getting some bigger swings, the candles are 30, 40-point candles. Well, nothing wrong with sizing down, trading a little smaller size, getting those, bigger moves. Oh, man. Trading really is it's a bit of just a personal kind of experience, I guess. You really have to kind of have your personal touch. Everyone kind of is a little different. Everyone's got a little bit different of a brain. What's ICT's brain? I have a live video of ICT's brain. Yeah, no, I do. This is a live video. I just found this. It came from his doctor. I didn't want to release it, but I think it's time for the world to see. This is ICT's brain. He's just a little raccoon brain. Oh, that's good. That's funny. I like it. Pedro. Hey. The funny part is now ICT's already talking. He's already talking about the 2025 Robbins Cup. He's already talking about 2025 trading in the Robbins Cup. He's already given up for 2024, but 2025, guys, don't you worry. You know, don't you worry. He's going to be making at least $1 million in 2025. Just being patient, waiting, watching, but kind of sitting right now pretty much on the very, very, very green on the day. It is Friday. Nothing better than walking away green on a Friday, you know? And I say this every Friday because every Friday it's the same story. Like, the last thing I want to do is have a red day. You know, it's just not fun. It is not fun. On a Friday to have a red day, oof. Nobody wants that. Nobody. Nobody wants that. NASDAQ right now just kind of chopping around here. Pushing right back up into the middle of that 15-minute candle there as well. So I think it's a good time to walk away. In the green, on the day, walk away, make some money, enjoy life, go to the gym, all that fun stuff, you know? Got that opening range just sitting up there, 180, the low there. Will she push? NASDAQ pushing up here. ES is sitting right above the VWAP right now. Got that VWAP down here at the 112s on the NASDAQ right now. Got wick on the 5-minute chart there, so looking a little trouble here. Seller is trying to step in. Will they win the battle? Will they win the battle? Oh. Ooh ah. A little bit of a bull flag kind of setting up here. Needs a little bit more. I think maybe one more little trap to the downside would be nice. Got to run some stops here. Here's the pullback. Got the VWAP, got the 21 EMA, that blue line, the yellow line, got the pivot point right there, 120s. The ES looking a little bit weaker here. ES is pulling back a lot harder. Sitting right there at that 120 pivot point now. Trouble. Dropped right through the VWAP, heading downtown. Is this thing gonna bounce back up here or break to the downside? What you gonna do? What is she gonna do? It's getting real tight right here. Real tight right here. Back up to that pivot point again. Just chopping around here right off the VWAP, back up to that pivot point there again. We saw that trap set up there on the 5-minute chart. Now I'm kind of interested to see where this candle goes. Kind of chopping around. I think it's a good time to go to the gym. Good time to go to the gym. Now it is, what is it? 11:20 here. 5:20 here in Hawaii. So, I don't know. It might be time. If you guys had a good day in the chat, let me know. Who's green? Who's green? Who's green? Who's green? Green, green, green. Green, 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 green. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Everybody's making money. Oh, buddy. All right. I think the NASDAQ's got to break to the downside here now. Right? Lose that 80 support. Head downtown. All right. It's time to walk away. So big thank you guys for tuning in. It's always fun. I will see you guys next Monday for Mega Money Mondays. We're back here live. Hopefully I'll reset the internet. Maybe it'll work a little bit better, and we'll have the better service. So big thank you guys. Support. Love you. I'll see you later. And enjoy the weekend. Have a good weekend, everybody. Have a good weekend. Talk to you later.